Hello, this video is about the Affordable Care Act reporting basics, filing forms 1095B and 1095C. I will cover the following topics in this video: Affordable Care Act mandates, important definitions, who needs to file, what, when, and how to file, and penalties for failure to comply. There are two provisions of the Affordable Care Act that are the basis for 1095B and 1095C reporting. The individual mandate states that each individual must have minimum essential health care coverage or qualify for an exemption or pay a penalty. This penalty is called the individual shared responsibility payment. The employer mandate states that employers with at least 50 full-time employees, including full-time equivalents, must offer affordable minimum essential coverage. If at least one of its full-time employees receives a premium tax credit, the employer may be subject to a penalty. This penalty is called the employer shared responsibility payment. A premium tax credit is a subsidy that's available to eligible individuals with low or moderate income to make minimum essential coverage more affordable through an exchange. Before I go any further, it is important that you understand some key definitions. The first term is full-time employee. For the Affordable Care Act, a full-time employee is one who averages at least 30 hours per week for a calendar month, or 130 service hours in a calendar month. A full-time equivalent employee is a combination of employees, each of whom is not treated as a full-time employee, but in combination are counted as the equivalent of a full-time employee. Another common term is the applicable large employer, or ALE. This is an employer that employed an average of at least 50 full-time equivalents during the preceding calendar year. For 2015 filing, you determined whether you are an ALE based on 2014 data. Who needs to file? 1. Applicable large employers. Again, these are employers with at least 50 full-time equivalents. 2. Self-insured employers. These are employers who have liability for all employee claims incurred and pay each claim. And 3. Healthcare insurers. The Internal Revenue Code Section 6055 and 6056 outline the requirements for Form 1095B and 1095C reporting. I strongly encourage you to read these regulations to fully understand your Affordable Care Act information reporting requirements. If you are an employer, there are two primary questions you need to ask to determine your filing requirements. The first question is, do I have more than 50 full-time equivalent employees? The second question is, am I self-insured? If the answer to both of these questions is yes, then you are required to file Form 1095C, Parts 1, 2, and 3. If you have more than 50 full-time equivalent employees, but you are not self-insured, then you file Form 1095C, filling out Parts 1 and 2 only. If you do not have more than 50 full-time equivalent employees, but you are self-insured, you need to file Form 1095B, Parts 1, 3, and 4. Next, I'll talk about what to file. For every 1095, you need to send one copy to your employee or recipient and another copy to the IRS. If you have 250 or more 1095s to file to the IRS, you must send them electronically. The forms that need to be filed are Form 1095A. This form is not covered in this video, but that is the form that is sent to those who purchase their coverage through the exchange. The other forms are Form 1095B and its corresponding transmittal, Form 1094B, and Form 1095C and its corresponding transmittal, Form 1094C. The due dates for tax year 2015 reporting for these forms are as follows. February 1st, 2016 is the due date that you must send 1095 copies to your recipients or employees. February 29th, 2016 is the due date for filing to the IRS on paper. And March 31st, 2016 is the deadline when filing 1095s to IRS if you're filing electronically. Greatland offers a variety of filing options to meet your personal needs. We offer paper forms that can be filed both with the IRS along with redesigned copies that are compatible with double window envelopes that can be easily mailed to recipients. If you are required to file electronically to the IRS, Greatland offers two software solutions: Yearly Performance, which is our online filing solution, and Yearly Desktop. Both offer you the options of either importing data or manual data entry of your Affordable Care Act information. Lastly, both solutions also offer e-filing to the IRS and printing and mailing recipient copies. In 2016, for reporting on calendar year 2015, employers and insurers are expected to be compliant with Affordable Care Act reporting requirements. Penalties still apply for failure to file or furnish recipient copies, failure to file on time, failure to file electronically when required to do so, and Section 4980H A and B penalties for employers with 100 or more full-time equivalents. Incorrect filings will not be penalized for calendar year 2015 filing reported in 2016 if employers and insurers make a good faith effort to comply. Greatland staff of specially trained account managers are standing by to provide you with excellent Affordable Care Act reporting information. Thank you.